We're in Sha'arei Orah, shiur number 8. We're zocheh once again to meet and talk about the great sefer of Yosef Chikatilia. And we talked about in the last year we spoke about. We said every tzaddik, when he would daven to Hashem, first of all, tefillah is Sfirat HaMalchut. So we had the 10 Sfirot, right? So Rav Yosef Chikatilia is starting from the last Sfira. He's going to work his way up to Keter. And he's going to teach us what are the code words for the Sfirot. What are the code words? Right. That's not even the code. That's already open. But let's say tefillah. When I see the word tefillah in the Torah or in any book of the Tanakh or in any of the Tanaim, Amoraim, I know right away that I'm connecting to Sfirat HaMalchut at that moment. Now Sfirat HaMalchut, the emanation of that Sfirah, which Hashem reveals himself through that, has a certain meaning. That means when Hashem is revealing himself through Malchut, there's a lot of din in the world. But I also know he's giving right now. I also know the Sfirat HaMalchut is a taker, it's not a giver. You understand? So he's going to teach us the connotation. So what do I mean when I say I'm in the Malchut right now?
What?
In the Malchut. Connotations means the meanings. The connotation means what effect does that have on me right now. Malchut is the last Sfira. Now Tefillah, we learned last week, David HaMelech is Sfirat HaMalchut. Now you could be Malchut of Atzilut or you could be Malchut of Asiyah. But if you're from Malchut of Asiyah, which is the lowest, you should know you have a shorish also in Malchut of Atzilut.
Because it's connected.
Right, that means every Malchut, that means when you're going to start jumping from world to world, when you're going to start leveling up, you're going to reach Malchut of Atzilut, Gabriel.
That's the highest of the Malchut.
Yeah, that you could reach.
Right.
That you could reach in this chain. Till Mashiach comes. After Mashiach comes, you could reach Malchut Da'ak. Malchut Da'ak. And then there's higher than Ak. There is Achaf. Malchut Da'achaf. Then you're going to reach Malchut of the world before that. Tehiru Ila'ah. There's Ein-Sof worlds. And then Mashiach, what does it mean? He's going to reveal us a new world. He's going to reveal us the more pnimiyut inside the Torah. More deeper meaning. Even what the Ari didn't imagine.
But do we have to work for it, or does it just come to us?
Whoever is going to learn this right now, when Mashiach comes, he's going to be in graduate school. Whoever didn't even learn this yet, when Mashiach, this is what the Yaskil Avdi says, Rabbi Ovadia Hadaya. He says whoever didn't learn this, he just all his life, Gemara, Mishnah, he didn't even learn anything. When Mashiach comes, he's going to have to start from the ABCs. Right? So whoever learned this, or at least dabbled in it a bit, that's why in this generation, you see there's a big sprout in this. You have to be very careful when you go on YouTube. There's a lot of fakers out there. There's a lot of kritmachs out there. A lot of, they teach these things in Bar Ilan University. For sure, there is a course on Kabbalah over there. And by the way, they teach the right stuff. These guys they teach you how to meditate on Shem Havaya.
Rutgers University has a Kabbalah course. It has over 1 million views on YouTube.
Over 1 million views. I'm sure. Kritmachs, universities. Do you know there's a university in Israel, Bar Ilan University, has one of the original manuscripts of the Rambam? You know who it used to belong to? Rabbi Shlomo Musayev. The one who made Sha'arei Bukharim. But Sha'arei Bukharim original name is not Sha'arei Bukharim. The original name is Rechavia. Rechov Rechavia. Rechavia. His son's name was Rechavia. He named it after his. Rechavia means to widen up. No, Bukhari. And after that, he changed it to the name. Unfortunately, his descendants are not so kosher. No, I wouldn't say not kosher, but they're not in the ways of the thing. Unfortunately, his daughter, I think, is married to the president or the queen of Iceland or something like that. That's Rav Shlomo Musayev's the grandson.
No way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So they'll have royal family. Jewish royal family.
I don't think so. But Rav Shlomo Musayev was one of the greatest. He was a great tzaddik. He was tzaddik Yesod Olam and Haraya that we still speak about him 100 years later.
Till this day,
Till this day. They say that shul has a spark of the Beit HaMikdash in it.
Because it has a stone.
Because stone, and also there's non-stop minyanim over there. Non-stop. Okay, so basically tefillah is Sfirat HaMalchut. So, by the way, so what does that mean? Every time you go into tefillah, so if you open up a Rambam and Tefillah, which is not a book of Rambam, I think we all agree, is not a book of Musar. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You know what Musar is?
Yeah.
Musar is rebuke, criticism, self-work. Rambam is a work of halacha. When the Rambam comes out to teach you something of like out of his thing, it's something special. The Rambam writes in L'chot Tefillah, when you daven Shmoneh Esrei, Tachshov et atzmecha ki'ilu ata b'shamayim. You have to actually imagine yourself, you're in Shamayim right now. It's a halacha. You're in halacha.
So what exactly?
It's not going to happen tomorrow.
What do you imagine?
You imagine. I imagine something else. You guys all imagine something else. Depends on your knowledge. What have you gained already?
So what exactly is tefillah? Is it the Shmoneh Esrei?
Tefillah is Shmoneh Esrei.
That's the.
Why do we call tefillin? Because we have to daven with it Shmoneh Esrei. Really, tefillin is called in the Torah totafot, or an ot. It's not called tefillin. Tefillin milashon tefillah. Right? So it says over here, now that I've taught you the meaning of these, what we've learned before, the basis, the common denominators. Now we're going to open it up a bit. It says Rav Yosef. It says the main point I want to teach you today, he says to teach you what names of Hashem is which sphera. What names of Hashem. And all these names are in us, by the way. In the Jew, not in the Goy. The Goy, says the Mekubalim, it's as if he has no free will. When a Goy hits you, goes against you, you should know it's mamash, he has no free will. He's doing it mamash mishem Hashem. Mamash mishem Hashem. Like, there's a famous story with the two great brothers. There were many brothers that were against each other in Judaism. Cain and Hevel, of course, the famous example. But there were brothers also that loved each other, Menashe and Ephraim. And I love that example of Menashe and Ephraim because Menashe is the greatest example of humility. When he gives his brother to go ahead of him. Moshe and Aharon. Aharon gives his brother to go before him. And we also have over here, there's two brothers in the Hasidic folklore. Not a legend, but they were obviously Elimelech Melizhensk and Rav Zusha Me'anipoli. Whoever was with us, right? We were Zochet Daven by Rav Zusha's. I remember Avraham when he was with us over there. It was like he was in the Kotel HaMa'aravi.
Which Avraham?
The one that he just got married. Mamash, his neshama opened over there.
That was cool.
Yes, it was a special place. Rav Zusha Me'anipoli. When he went over, it's a very special guys.
Where's that?
Okay, forget about it. No, it's in Anipoli.
Oh, it's getting invaded.
It's getting invaded. That's what they say. Don't be surprised if it is. But Rav Zusha and Rav Elimelech were once they took upon themselves exile. As many tzaddikim, by the way, galut. He's going to teach us is another name for the malchut. Anytime you go in galut, you're tapping into the malchut. It depends. So if you, let's say you like that one guy over here who's from Great Neck, he comes all the way over here. From Great Neck, yeah, you can say you're a mini galut.
No, that's not.
No, all depends. Relatively speaking. Some people don't want to leave their neighborhood.
Comfort
You understand? So you could see it's a mini galut. Absolutely. When you're in galut, you have to feel like
same with America. Like now that we're in America.
In general, if you're always in that mind frame, then yes, you're right. You need to be in that mind frame. It's not like I'm in it. It's a mind frame.
You gotta live it.
It's a mind frame. You gotta live it. So the malchut. This is the avodah of the mekubalim always la'akama shchinta me'afera. That's the sphera that's always chas v'shalom in the klipa.
Pick it up.
You gotta always pick it up. But that's our mom. Our neshamot kind of are forged in that sphere. They're forged in there. And every night we go to sleep, if you're zocher, your neshama goes inside that sphere and gets recharged. If you're zocher. And you could feel if it is.
You wake up like a lion.
You wake up like a lion, and you also wake up with good thoughts.
Recharge.
Yeah. You have to be zochet to that, Michael. You don't just go inside the malchut. Kriyat Shema Lamita, by the way, with Kavanot is very powerful. Kriyat Shema Lamita with
What's
Kavanot.
fair point? This will get Tikun Chatzot.
Ma?
What's fair point? Kriyat Shema, Tikun Chatzot.
Kriyat Shema Lamita.
What Tikun Chatzot? Which one?
They go hand in hand. After you say Kriyat Shema Lamita, you have to do Tikun Chatzot. You don't. But Tefillah in general, Galut. And now he's going to tell us, Da. Ki Hashem Harishon, the first name that we know. And this is how we know. Once I'm going to tell you this, Gabriel.
Yeah, watching it.
You're gonna figure out. Once we're gonna say this, I had once a professor in college. Shem Roshaim Yirka. I'm not gonna say her name. Yeah, whenever somebody would fall asleep or yawn in her class, oh god, she would go into a fit. It was organic chemistry too. She would go insane. You cannot not yawn in organic chemistry. It's boring, you know. Lahavdil, when we were learning Sha'arei Orah. You're not going to hear this in your life, by the way.
This is chemistry.
Go on YouTube, go on the internet, type in Sha'arei Orah. I dare you.
Would come up.
Nothing will come up but this. Type in Sha'arei Gilgulim. And by the way, I'm taking a big chance because I don't know who's watching me. So I have to censor myself as I'm speaking. That's why I always speak against the Kritmachs, because once they hear me speak against them,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, they get out of it. So I said over here, the first name that's the closest to the creations. Not to the creator, but to the creations.
Which is the lowest world.
The low, yeah, we. The name that's closest to us, the Kol HaNivraim, Ubo, now here's a secret, Ubo nichnasim lifnei HaMelech. With this name, that's the path to go to the castle. Ve'en derech, look at his words. Sifatayim nishak. Ve'en derech ba'olam lir'ot pnei HaMelech. You cannot go to see the face of the king, Yidbarach. Ela al yedei shem zeh, but through this name. That means the first step is to get this name. Hu Shem Amonai. Aleph Daled Nun Yud. So right away you know when you see Shem Amonai, it's Malchut. It's Sfirat HaMalchut. Without Shem, that's why everything we say, Baruch Atah Amonai. Who has Kavanah on that? No. If you have Kavanah, we say Amonai. Yeah, that's you have to graduate from that already. That has to be already like child's play.
No, but that one is Yud Kei Vav Kei. That one is say Aleph Dalet Nun Yud.
But why do we mention it in Amonai, but it's really Havaya? Why? To teach us that you can't get to the Havaya, which is the king, if you don't say Amonai first. That's the secret. When you say Amonai, you're having a pass to go into the king. Amonai, the Shem Amonai is Sfirat HaMalchut. It's the closest name to us. That's why we're allowed to say it. Havaya, we're not allowed to say.
What if we say both, the Yud K and then Amonai, that one word?
You can't say that.
No, not the word itself.
I know, you can't say it. You're not allowed to read it in your mind.
You're not?
Of course not.
Not read it like I picture it.
Of course you're allowed to picture it. That's what Mekubalim do. They meditate on the names. They have Kavanah on the names.
If a person thinks the pronunciation...
You cannot read it. You're not allowed to read it in your mind. First of all, you don't know the Nikudot. That's number one. You can't say Yud Kei Vav Kei in your mind.
Oh no?
You cannot. Don't do it.
Is it karet?
It's not karet. That's nothing.
You meditate on God's name. You don't do that.
You have to when you meditate on God's name, you have to meditate a Yud. Okay, to see a Yud, to see a Hey. I'm seeing a Yud and a Hey right now. It's giving the Shefa to the Vav. It's giving the Shefa to the Hey.
And you put it together, or no?
Huh? Yeah. If you could put all four letters together, you're in a good place. Some people can't put all four letters together. The Hey gets crooked. The Vav becomes small. The Yud gets upside down.
What if the bug
Some people, the Yud is very big. The Vav is very small. Now do A, B, C, D. You'll do it in a second. A, B, C. You could even do the whole ABC. You could do till Z in your head.
I can't picture that either.
You gotta work on it.
I'm serious. No, but I'm serious.
You have to work on the meditation. It's a work. It's a work in progress. You have to get yourself.
And I know what the letters are. Yeah. I could see it in that.
You have to get yourself used to Kavanah.
That's why I put it right there.
You can do it, by the way. You can put all four together in your head.
Yeah, but it's true. I had that time, but everything was playing with the
Well,
paint.
Mishka
And
Babel,
I put,
yeah.
they go like this, you know, like.
It goes. By the way, when it gets mishkababel like that, it's a sign that it's giving you a sign where in your neshama it's getting messed up right now.
What is the last hay is small? What does that mean?
The last hay is small. So what is Sha'arei Orah teaching me? If your last hay has a problem, let's start with what he's teaching us. If your last hay has a problem, then what he's teaching us? What's the problem? If the Amon. I agree. We didn't even get to the Yesod yet. We're still in Malchut. What's the Malchut? What did we say in the beginning of the Shir? What's Malchut? Tefillah. Something's wrong with your Tefillah. In the last hay, this is just the beginning. He didn't even teach us the rest with the Malchut.
That's the last hay?
The last hay. The last hay is your Tefillah. So if the last hay is messed up, that means your Tefillah is messed up.
What about Vav?
We didn't get to that yet. Don't jump the gun.
What if you see Nikuda?
The Vav is what I talked to you on Sunday about.
Oh, but why we start from the last hay though?
Huh? We're starting from the end because we have to walk. We gotta go up the stairs. We can't start from Keter, right? I can tell you stuff about Keter. You're gonna freak out.
I know what the letters look like in my head, but they don't just come.
Ketzad da ki Hashem miyuchat Havaya yitbarachu hamore al mitziut haboreinu yitbarach hakol talui bo. The name Havaya, which is the main name and shows the presence of him, of Hashem.
Everything depends
Tchilat Sha'arei, but the gate to get to him, Maftechot, but the keys to get to him, Shenichnasim la Hashem Yitbarach, Hu Hashem Amonai. So the Hashem Amonai is the key to get into the gate. That's why we have to picture Yud Aleph, then Hey Dalet, then Vav Nun, then Hey Yud. We have to picture them together to get into Havaya. It's the last. I mean, this is the minimum you have to know. Shem Amonai, to picture Shem Amonai, it's the minimum. The minimum.
Like this, right? Not the Yud Kibbutz, like just like that.
Shel Hashem Yitbarach. What?
This, not the Yud Kibbutz, like this. Amonai.
Aleph Dalet Nun Yud.
Okay.
Milemala lemata. Shem Amonai starts at the bottom, and then eventually we're gonna get to the top. But Amonai is at the bottom. V'at Shem Amonai hu yesod hayichud hamiti hashalem, and until the Shem Amonai, in the Shem Amonai is the secret of the true, oneness of Hashem. Kemo shadayin nifarish b'zot Hashem, like we will explain. How is the oneness of Hashem explained in the name Amonai? But misham v'lemata hu olam hapirut. From Amonai and below, it's already the world of disconnection. From Amonai and up is the world of oneness. Hu u'shemo echad. From Amonai and below, Beriah Yitzira Asiyah is the world of disconnection.
That's us.
It depends if your neshama is from Atzilut. Originally, you're lucky. You're always in a state of oneness with Hashem. Some people are from the world of Bia. Most of us are from Bia. First of all, you should be lucky if you're from Bia. Some people are from Kali Noga.
What is that?
Klipat Noga is the world right below Asiyah. It's mixed tovera. It's half good and half bad. And a lot of neshamot could come from there too.
They have no connection?
No, they're the ones with a lot of problems. Erev Rav come from there. There are good Erev Ravs too. My wife just sent me a text. Let me just show you how you gonna see Erev Rav today. My wife, she's not a politician. She's not a historian. She doesn't like this stuff. Mamash, she says me, she knows I like this stuff. Mamash Amalek, she writes to me. Look what she writes to me. Avigdor Lieberman. This is what he wants to do. This is his agenda. To take away Israeli government help to couples that don't work in the afternoon. Who are those? Religious Jews. They work in the morning. Afternoon, they go to learn Torah. Number 2, they used to give you know how you have a mortgage, then you have the tax for the house. Yeah, they used to give a subsidy for a lower tax for religious families. He's canceling that. Number 3, to close to half the amount of hours Avrechim could learn in yeshiva. And if they want money from the yeshiva, from the government, which what do they already get? 2,000 shekel a month? They have to learn less hours in the yeshiva. To get the money. Number 3, תמריצים כלכליים ללימוד ליבה. They all have to go to learn math, science,
so liberal arts.
Liberal arts. ליבה. Now the last one, everyone has to go to the army. Wow. This is what you call mamash. I'm telling you, you see, pure, but pure. Erev Rav. I don't need to be the Ari to tell you this. This is called Klipat Noga. Now his daughter is Shomer Shabbat and she's religious. So that from the Klipa, there is a Nitzot Shel Kedusha. You understand? It's a Nitzot Shel Kedusha. But he himself is Avi Avot HaTum'ah.
Rabbi, can they do the shul or no?
You feel bad for them? You remind me of a rabbi I know. When they talk about Esav, he starts to tear. It gets teary. You have to feel bad for Esav. What do you mean feel bad for the guy?
Because I heard it.
This is just Spain we talked about in our shiur. You know who's Esav? Took all his brother's money. When he came back from Laban, you know he came back with a lot of money, he took all that too.
Laban.
Wanted to kill him. He wanted to bite his neck off. What are you going to feel bad for the guy for? Forget about Lieberman, worry about yourself.
Whenever you sell a million mashinim, you have to have him in mind, right?
Of course. Of course. And not only have him in mind, I'm going to teach you a yichud right now. When you say Shover Oivim Umachnia Zedim, it's Reshet Evot Gematria Shem Shakai. Have to have in mind if you have that power. I don't know if you have that power. That you're gonna make a sword out of Shem Shakai. Shin Dalad Yud. Take that sword and slice off his head. And while you're at it, slice off the Aviyah Tum'ah in the Vatican's head too. Slice him out. Slice him out.
It used to be good back in the day.
Avigdor Lieberman? That was a sort of Dusha inside of him. Exactly. Huh? His daughter's religious Shomer Shabbos. I think she also wears a Kisui Rosh.
Is it true people at college take someone from the sword?
I'm not sure about him. It says Lev Melachim Beyadash. The hearts of the kings. Kings.
No, they're like kings.
Not him.
Yeah, listen, he's living the life.
Putin for sure is a king.
Listen, Goyim are always Lev Melachim Beyadashim.
He's like the richest guy in the world.
Let's finish the paragraph and call it a night because soon we're going to take Rachel on the Rita. So the Shem Amonai is the first name. Vasod. And this is the secret. V'nahar yotze me'eden lashkot et hagan. A river comes out of Eden to give life, to give water to the garden. Umisham yipared, and from there it will break out and will be la'arba rashim, 4 heads. Let's see who could. What does he mean by that?
The 4 rivers of Gihon.
Okay, I got you. What does that have to do with what he said before? He said Hashem Amonai is the key to get into Havaya, and this is the secret of the river comes out of Eden that goes to the Gan, and it will be 4 rivers.
So that's 4 elements. Is that connected with the 4 elements?
Connected with 4 elements. Get deeper. Pardes, get deeper.
No.
When you say Shema Yisrael, you say Hashem.
It's simple. We just learned it. Yehoshua.
I'm sorry, space.
You
out.
came
You're spacing it. Thank you very much.
I like that.
What's it?
The Nahar from the Nahar, a river, Shem Amonai. Yotze me'Eden, comes out of Eden.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lahashkot et Hagan, to give water to the Gan. And from there it will split out and be 4 heads. Yud, K, Vav, K. The Nahar is Amonai. It gives me the power, the pass to get into the 4 rivers, which is Yud, K, Vav, K.
I thought it was that easy, but I.
Jump the mic.
4 elements we learn in Sha'arei is Yud, K, Vav, K.
Right.
And they come from and also part of this. But you got to get deep. You got to get to the source. That means what we learned today. I'm going to finish with this. Shem Amonai is the key to get into. That's why we always mention Shem Havaya as Shem Amonai.
And they come hand in hand with the.
Of course, always. Those are the 2 cherubim, by the way. They're the cherubs. They're the cherubs themselves. And the Ein Sof gives them life. The Ein Sof.
We have enough.
The Ein Sof gives them life.
The
Ein Sof gives the cherubs life.
Not us. They give us.
We.
They give us.
איפה זה הולך אבל שם?
שם יש מקום שם.